What's your name?
Alyssa.
Alyssa, how old are you?
I'm 33.
Where are you from originally?
Wisconsin. Wisconsin.
What brings you all the way out here to Phoenix?
Unfortunately, I came here to be with my ex. That's pretty much it. That's the gist of it. My mom lives out here, though. So, yeah.
What's your current situation?
My current situation, I'm living with my mom. She's letting me stay with her for a short time. But unfortunately, it's only a short time because she wants me to get my shit together. And pretty much I am homeless. But yeah, that's it.
So you're messing with the blues out here?
I'm on blues, yeah. Shit, sorry. Yeah, I'm on blues.
So prior to living with your mom, you were homeless?
I have a camper, but pretty much I am homeless, yeah. I was living on the streets, staying on the streets sometimes, and yeah.
Where's your camper at now?
Over by Lake Pleasant area, yeah. It's trashed. Nobody, it's just basically sitting there, but don't nobody fucking go and try to get it or anything, for real.
So that's where you were staying at before?
Yeah, and then I got hooked on blues, like, more so than before. So I ended up, there was a bunch, I was staying on the streets, sleeping outside, doing things like that.
How long were you on the streets for?
A couple of months on and off, but I used to live on the streets, and I was living on the streets in Chicago for quite some time, on and off. A long time, actually, starting at the age of 17.
How did you end up on the streets at 17?
I took off to Chicago to meet this guy that I met on MySpace. And the first night I was there, he introduced me to him and shot me up. And it was like from there, it was a fucking just, I didn't give a shit about anything, anyone. So I chose to be on the streets in Chicago instead of being at home in Wisconsin, where I had, people that loved me and were willing to let me live with them because, like I said, I was only 17.
So you met this guy on MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace. Remember that?
To leave with him.
Yeah, I always searched for and wanted love. So anytime someone made me feel like they loved me or like I was important enough, I fell right into it. I have I don't know. It's probably I had a lot of trauma and shit growing up. Yeah. Different things happen.
Weren't you scared to leave with some?
Yeah, of course. But once I started, I wasn't scared of anything.
Yeah.
Nothing scared me anymore. I would have done anything. I was hooking, stealing, robbed people that were really important to me and I loved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was your life like out there in Chicago once you got there?
It was horrible.
Tell me what happened once you got there.
Oh, man. So, like I said, the firthis was my first time ever trying one, and I got shot up with it, and I just remember throwing up profusely. But after that, I did a couple more shots and a couple more. Pretty much about 3 weeks later, I would say I was selling myself. He taught me how to do that and what I needed to do. And so I would do that. I'd go make, money enough to get us our fix, because we were smoking too. So that, and then plus the boy, which is I would basically take care of us. I was the one supporting our habits. We would live in abandoned buildings or literally on the streets, under bridges, Lower Wacker Drive, stealing. And it was winter time, I remember, when this first started. It was horrible. It was miserable.
So was this guy an older guy?
Even though he was only a few years older. I ended up getting pregnant by him when I was 17. Everything just happened so fast. It was crazy. Had my daughter. As I was back at home in Wisconsin. Fast forward to that, and it was around Thanksgiving time, I remember, and he had gone to jail. So I think that was part of the reason I actually went back to Wisconsin after finding out I was pregnant, is because he wasn't around and I didn't want to be on the streets by myself, although I was for a short time. But anyway, so I went there, I had my daughter, and he got out around Thanksgiving time, I remember. And I took off to Chicago again, but this time with the intention of having to meet her, my daughter. And fuck, man. Right when I got there, he had and it just sucked me right back in, and it was horrible. I ended up unfortunately, being a piece of shit.
Sorry.
I had my daughter on the streets with me for a short time.
How old was your daughter?
She was still a baby.
She was just a baby, and you had her on the street?
Sorry. Fuck. Yeah.
Where's she at now?
She's adopted by it. I don't know where she is, to be honest, but somewhere in Wisconsin. She'll be 15 soon.
Did you give her up for adoption, or did you get it taken away by CPS?
Well, actually, she did get taken away, and then my mom had custody of her. I went to prison, actually, and my mom had custody of her, and then my mom lost her. Don't mean to put my mom's business out there, but my mom is an alcoholic, so she was really good with her, though. Like, she took care of her and was raising her and was the best grandma ever. And so were my grandparents. Like, they were all such a big support, for my daughter. They wanted her to do well and thrive, but my mom lost custody of her, so we gave her to this family friend who ended up, she said that if I signed over my rights, I would be able to see my daughter whenever, and we would all still be a part of her life. This was all while I was in prison. They came and talked to me and brought my daughter to see me. It was amazing. And I ended up doing that, and she completely fucked us. Like, I never saw my daughter again. But she actually adopted her, and fast forward a couple years, tried to kill her, my daughter. And, like, I guess her other daughter, the one that she had herself, the lady, came in and saw her, and she was sitting on top of my daughter with a pillow over her face, like trying to suffocate her. So she got taken from her. So now, my daughter's in a foster home, and which is so fucked up because it's like she didn't deserve any of that. She had to go through so much. But anyway, she lost custody of her, obviously. And after that, I have no idea where my daughter is. But I have 2 other kids as well.
When's the last time you had contact with
my daughter? When she was like 4. So
isn't there a way that you can look her up on the system?
I don't know. You can't. Like, in Wisconsin, there's no open adoption. There's that, but once somebody adopts someone, it's like after that you're done. Like, you don't know where they are legally. They can't tell you. So I just hope one day she tries to reach out.
Yeah.
But anyway.
What's your daughter's name?
Jaden. I ended up going to prison, and I was seeing her in there, and it was so awesome, like doing visits with her. I remember one visit ran across from the door to the visiting tables and said mommy, and I'll never forget that. But yeah, anyway.
And you said you have other?
I have
children?
2 other kids, yeah. 2 boys, one's 7 and one's 4.
Where are they at?
They're also adopted by a family, but this one's different. These people are amazing. They're amazing. Like, they let me have contact with my boys. We do video visits. When I was back in Wisconsin, I could see them whenever I want. Like, they love me and I love them. It's like I become family to them, and vice versa. They're the most amazing people in the world. They have 6 other kids. So they have 6 kids total, actually, that they've adopted and fostered and of their own, and they're just great. But I got them taken because I just couldn't kick for a long time.
It's just crazy, man.
It is. It sucks. And you want so bad, I swear, with every you want so bad with every fiber in your fucking body to be done with. You know what I mean? You don't want to be an addict. And you try so fucking hard, and you try to do everything and take every step, and you just fucking can't do it, and I hate it. I really do. It sucks. But you can't use that as your excuse, you know what I mean? And I don't try to. I really don't. Fuck. But anyway, I don't know.
How was your childhood growing up?
You
said that you were looking for love, right?
Yeah, it sucked. I had a lot of trauma. A lot of fucked up things happened to me. Like I said earlier, my mom, I don't want to like put her business out there like that, but let's just say like she was an alcoholic, so she didn't make the best choices with the people she brought around me or the things that she did.
So you didn't grow up with both parents?
No, just my mom, and then my grandparents were a big support. My grandma's my best fucking friend. She's amazing. And then I was in foster homes, so all of that.
You were in foster home too?
Mm-hmm.
At what age did you end up there?
I don't remember. I think around the age of 11 or 12 is when I went to my first one. And, yeah, I was in and out of different places too. Like, I never went to a real high school. I never went to a high school at all because I was in foster homes and group homes and treatment centers. And
how was that like?
It sucked. It sucked. You know, you get in fights. Some places you have to fight to survive. Some places you meet people, staff who genuinely care about you, and it makes you feel loved. Like, there's good and then there's bad.
When you were in foster care, were you sad or?
Of course I was.
Like, what kind of emotions were you going through?
Of course, I was sad. Like, it sucked. Like, you feel so uncomfortable and like so unwanted, I guess you could say. You're in this home where there's these like random ass people that are getting paid to take care of you, and some of them you can tell that you're not wanted. Some of them you can tell that they're just doing it for the money, but others, there's people who care. I remember one of them, like, I just felt like complete shit. They were so fucking mean, and they, like, you had to, when you wanted to eat, like, you had to, I don't know, it was just like, it was weird. It was uncomfortable. And I was with this girl, I'll never forget. I was in there with this girl, Alexia, and we were roommates, and we were both just so miserable, but we like helped each other through it. At that one, I sliced my wrist open and ended up going to the hospital. I know I did it for more so attention than anything else, you know what I mean? But anyway, that happened. And then I ended up starting to get in trouble as I got a little older, and so I ended up in this place called Southern Oaks, which is like basically a prison for teens, kids, stuff like that. And then I was there. And then I kept getting in trouble as time went on.
So what's up with your dad? Did you ever get to meet him?
My dad's a fucking piece of shit, yeah. Him and his brothers, and I don't care to say this, I love putting this on blast. Now that him and his brothers touched me and touched my cousin, and my grandpa, his dad, touched my aunt. They're fucked up pieces of shit. There's that. That's it on that.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, it's okay.
So, what's the plan? How do you plan to get out of your situation?
Well, when I was in prison, I made up this plan, like, of what I wanted with my life. And, you journal every day, and you talk with a therapist, and you have these plans and goals and dreams, and I still do. And I remember everything I wanted to do when I was there. And so when I was 17, when I was in that place, I got accepted to this college called Carroll College for music. And that was my dream, was to sing and write music and stuff. And I actually, about a few weeks after I got accepted there and got out of that place, was when I started. And so I fucked that dream up right away. But my point is, like, there's still, like, dreams that I have, but my dreams are different now because I'm in a different place and been through different shit now, if that makes sense. I'm in school. I want to help kids and people in general who've experienced trauma and addiction and grew up, in not the best, didn't grow up in the best way, I guess you could say. I want to help those people because I just remember being in therapy and stuff growing up and having these people who were like, oh, I understand what you're saying, and but they don't. They just fucking, they read their books, they did whatever it was they did to get their degree. Like, a majority of them never had trauma, never went through any of the shit that I or other people went through. So to tell me you understand is like a slap in the face. And I know, and I want to help the kids and different people in general who deserve to have someone who actually does know and understand what it is to go through these different things in life. That's my goal. That's my long-term goal, I guess, right? First, I have to get off the blues. So recently, I've been looking into different things to go to detox. I have a dog, so in order to do that, I have to get a letter written saying she is my most emotional support animal, which she is registered. But that's my goal, really, is to go to detox. But I'm waiting to do that. And then that's it. Like, I go to detox, and after that, they have aftercare, which I never tried doing before or did before. So I've never done aftercare before. I've always just gotten out of places and been like, oh, I'm okay, you know? But no, you have to have a plan and something set up for when you're done with detox, or you won't go anywhere. You'll get right back out doing the same shit, which I've done. So I have to set up a plan, and that's what I'm working on doing. I'll go to detox and work with them this time instead of just being so eager to get out. You know what I'm saying? Go through the fucking hell of withdrawals, which, whatever, I don't care. It's worth it because I'm so fucking tired of wasting my life and tired of the streets and the disgust I feel when I think about the shit I'm doing and looking around and seeing other people. It just makes me sick. So that's my goal, is to go to detox and work on an aftercare plan, finding, some stability, some housing, therapy, different things like that. That's it.
All right, well, thank you for sharing your story. I really do appreciate it.
Of course.
Are you okay with me posting this on my YouTube channel?
For sure.
And just in case somebody wants to reach out to you with any sort of help or donations, do you have any contact information that you want to share? Like an email?
My phone number?
Like try an email.
ALLYK199@yahoo.com.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, man.